Good morning everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something incredibly powerful. Your dream, not the kind you have when you're asleep, but the one that lives deep inside you. That dream that excites you, scares you, and gives your life meaning. Focus on your dream. These 4 words may sound simple, but they carry the weight of purpose, direction, and determination. Your dream is your gift to the world. Don't let it fade. Don't let fear or failure take it away. Focus on it, fight for it, and never give up on it. Because when you focus on your dream, really focus, it becomes your reality. To focus on your dream, you must begin with the most important step, which is to identify your dream clearly. This might seem simple on the surface, but it requires deep self-reflection, honesty, and courage. Many people go through life without ever truly knowing what they want. They follow the crowd, take up careers because someone told them to, or settle for what seems safe. But identifying your dream means going beyond all that. It means asking yourself the tough questions. What makes you come alive? What are you passionate about? What do you do that makes you lose track of time because you love it so much? These are the questions that begin to reveal your dream. The truth is, your dream is already inside you. It's not something you create from scratch. It's something you discover. It's often rooted in your experiences, your values, and the things that move your heart. But to discover it, you need to quiet the noise around you and within you. That means turning down the voices of doubt, the opinions of others, and the distractions that fill your day. You have to listen to yourself. Pay attention to those little sparks of joy and curiosity. They are clues leading you to your dream. When you start identifying your dream, it's important to be honest. Don't filter it through what seems practical or realistic. Don't think about whether it will make money or whether others will approve. Your dream doesn't need validation from anyone. It just needs to be true to who you are. Maybe your dream is to become a musician or a writer or an entrepreneur. Maybe it's to start a non-profit or become a teacher or travel the world and document stories. Whatever it is, let it be yours and not someone else's version of success. Once you begin to uncover your dream, write it down. Give it a name, be specific. Don't just say, I want to be successful. What does success mean to you? What would your ideal day look like if you were living your dream? What kind of work would you be doing? Who would you be helping or creating for? What impact would you be making? The clearer you are, the more power your dream will hold over your actions. Clarity creates focus. Focus drives action. And action is what turns dreams into reality. Another important aspect of identifying your dream is understanding why it matters to you. Your why is the emotional fuel behind your dream. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. It's what reminds you that your dream is worth fighting for. Ask yourself why this dream is important. Why does it matter to you personally? Why is it worth your time, energy, and effort? When you find a strong why, you'll find a stronger sense of purpose. Also, be open to your dream evolving. Sometimes you start with one vision, and as you grow and learn more about yourself, that vision shifts. That's okay. What matters is that you stay connected to the deeper desire within you. The form of the dream may change, but the essence of it stays the same. Keep refining it, keep checking in with yourself, and keep being honest. Identifying your dream clearly is not just the first step. It is the foundation for everything else that follows. Without clarity, you'll drift. With clarity, you'll move with intention. You'll know what to say yes to and what to walk away from. You'll be able to plan, take risks, and make sacrifices because you'll know what you're working toward. So take the time to dig deep, reflect, and get real with yourself. Your dream is waiting for you to name it, claim it, and live it. To truly focus on your dream, you must learn to block out the noise. The noise is all around us every single day, and it comes in many different forms. It can be the opinions of others, the doubts planted by friends or family, the constant comparisons on social media, and even the inner voice that whispers fear and insecurity. Noise can be anything that distracts you, pulls you off course, or makes you question your worth and your path. If you do not actively choose to shut it out, it will drown out the sound of your own purpose. We live in a world that is louder than ever before. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded with messages, images, opinions, and distractions. Social media, television, advertisements, and even casual conversations can all become sources of noise. They tell you what success looks like, what you should be doing, where you should be in life, and how you should live. But the truth is, no one knows your dream like you do. No one can walk your path but you. If you constantly listen to outside voices, you will find yourself chasing goals that are not your own, or living a life that doesn't fulfill you. Blocking out the noise starts with awareness. You need to recognize what kind of noise is affecting you. Are you scrolling through social media and feeling like you are falling behind? Are you hearing people say that your dream is unrealistic or too risky? Are you comparing your journey to someone else's and feeling inadequate? Once you become aware of these influences, you can begin to take steps to protect your mind and your energy. One of the most effective ways to block out the noise is to limit your exposure to it. You do not have to consume every piece of content. You do not have to listen to every opinion. You have the power to choose what you allow into your space. Unfollow accounts that make you feel less than. Distance yourself from people who constantly criticize or discourage you. Create boundaries around your time and energy. Protect your peace as fiercely as you protect your dream. Another powerful way to silence the noise is to get grounded in your own voice. Spend time alone, reflect, journal, meditate, reconnect with your own thoughts, feelings, and desires. When you know who you are and what you want, the noise loses its power. You stop needing approval from others because you have already given yourself permission to pursue your dream. You stop fearing judgment because you are secure in your vision. It is also important to understand that not all noise comes from outside. Some of it comes from within. Your own doubts, fears, and insecurities can be the loudest voices of all. That inner critic that says you are not good enough, not talented enough, not smart enough needs to be challenged. You must learn to talk back to that voice with truth and confidence. Remind yourself of your strengths, your progress, and your purpose. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with belief. Blocking out the noise is not a one-time thing. It is a daily practice. It requires discipline and intention. It means choosing to focus on your vision even when others do not see it. It means staying true to yourself even when the world tries to mold you into something else. It means tuning out the chaos so you can tune into your calling. When you block out the noise, you create space for clarity, creativity, and confidence. You give your dream the room it needs to grow. You begin to move with purpose, not pressure. You start living from the inside out, not the outside in. And most importantly, you begin to hear the one voice that matters most, your own. That voice will guide you, fuel you, and keep you focused on the path ahead. So be intentional, be aware, and be protective of your dream, because the world will always be loud, but you have the power to choose what you listen to. When it comes to chasing your dream, one of the most important things you can do is create a vision, not just a wish. A wish is something you hope for, something that feels good to think about, but stays vague and distant. It is a fleeting thought, often accompanied by the words someday or maybe. A vision, on the other hand, is powerful, intentional, and clear. It is a mental image of what you want your life to look like, backed by purpose, direction, and a plan. While a wish can fade in the face of challenges, a vision keeps you anchored, focused, and moving forward even when things get tough. A wish does not require commitment. You can wish for success, you can wish for happiness, you can wish to make a difference, but unless that wish is transformed into a concrete vision, it will remain a dream without action. People wish for a better life all the time, but what separates the dreamers from the doers is the ability to take that desire and turn it into a detailed vision. That vision acts like a compass, guiding every decision, every step, and every sacrifice along the way. Creating a vision begins with clarity. You need to know exactly what you want, not just the general idea, but the details. What does your dream look like in action? If you want to start a business, what kind of business is it? Who does it serve? And what impact does it make? If your dream is to be an artist, what kind of art do you create? Where is it displayed? And how does it make people feel? The more specific you are, the more real your dream becomes. A clear vision paints a picture in your mind that you can return to again and again to stay inspired and focused. Once you have a vision, you need to bring it into your daily life. Write it down, speak it out loud, create a vision board or keep a journal. The more you connect with your vision, the more it becomes a part of who you are. It moves from your imagination to your heart and from your heart to your actions. It gives meaning to the work you do and helps you see challenges as part of the process, not as reasons to quit. A powerful vision is also tied to your why. It is not just about what you want to achieve, but why it matters to you. Your why is the emotional fuel behind your vision. It is what keeps you going when you are tired, frustrated, or doubtful. Ask yourself why this dream is important. What does it represent for you? What does it give to others? And what legacy does it leave behind? A strong why gives your vision depth and resilience. It is important to remember that creating a vision is not a one-time task. It is an ongoing relationship with your dream. As you grow and evolve, so too might your vision. That is okay. Allow yourself the freedom to refine it and reshape it as you learn more about yourself and the world around you. The key is to stay aligned with the core of your dream and keep moving with purpose. With a vision, you become intentional about your actions. You start setting goals, building habits, and surrounding yourself with people who support your path. You no longer chase random opportunities, you create opportunities that align with your vision. You stop waiting for the right time because your vision tells you that the time to begin is now. In the end, a wish is passive, but a vision is active. A wish waits for life to happen, but a vision takes life into its own hands. If you truly want to focus on your dream, then do not just wish for it. Build a vision so vivid, so strong, and so real that it pulls you forward every single day. Let that vision guide your steps, fuel your fire, and shape your future. Embracing the grind is one of the most important and difficult parts of focusing on your dream. It means accepting that the path to success is not always exciting, glamorous, or easy. It means showing up every single day, putting in the work, staying consistent, and pushing through even when motivation is low and results are slow. The grind is where the real growth happens. It is the place where you build discipline, resilience, and character. Without embracing the grind, your dream will remain just that, a dream floating in the distance, never becoming reality. Many people get excited at the start of a journey. They have big dreams, bold goals, and a burst of motivation. But the excitement fades and the hard work begins. The grind is waking up early, staying up late, sacrificing comfort, and choosing progress over pleasure. It is the repetition, the routine, and the relentlessness that test how badly you want it. It is easy to be passionate when everything feels good, but true commitment is shown when the process becomes tough and the results are delayed. When you embrace the grind, you stop looking for shortcuts. You understand that anything worth achieving takes time, effort, and patience. You know that success is not about luck or talent alone, but about showing up and doing the work day after day, even when no one is watching and no one is applauding. The grind humbles you, it challenges you, and it transforms you. Every hour spent practicing, every failure faced, every lesson learned becomes part of your foundation. The grind teaches you discipline, and discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you are tired, what makes you study when you would rather scroll, and what keeps you focused when distractions are everywhere. It is the quiet strength that moves you forward when everything around you is trying to pull you back. When you embrace the grind, you develop the kind of mental toughness that separates those who try from those who succeed. You will face setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. That is part of the grind. There will be days when nothing seems to work, when you feel like giving up, when progress feels invisible. But these are the moments that shape you. They are not the end of your journey, they are the test of your commitment. If you keep going, if you choose to keep grinding through the pain, the boredom, the failure, you will emerge stronger, smarter, and closer to your goal. The grind is also where you develop your skills. No one becomes great overnight. Excellence is built in the quiet hours of practice, repetition, and refinement. Whether you are an artist, an athlete, a student, or an entrepreneur, your craft improves with every hour you invest in it. The grind is your training ground. It is where you make mistakes, where you grow, and where you prepare for the opportunities that are coming your way. The better you become at embracing the process, the more prepared you will be when success finally arrives. Most people want the results but not the process. They want the reward without the effort, but the truth is the process is the reward. The grind is what makes the achievement meaningful. It gives your success depth and your story power. When you look back, you will not just be proud of what you accomplished, but of how hard you worked to get there. You will remember the long nights, the early mornings, the failures and the comebacks, and that will make your victory even sweeter. So do not fear the grind, welcome it, respect it, embrace it, because it is in the grind that dreams are built. It is where you prove to yourself that you are serious, that you are committed, and that you are ready. If you stay consistent, if you keep showing up, if you keep doing the work, your dream will not just be possible, it will be inevitable. When you are working toward a dream, it is essential to understand that the journey will not be perfect and it will not be predictable. That is why one of the most powerful habits you can develop is the ability to learn, adjust, and grow. No one starts out with all the answers, no one reaches success without stumbling, and no dream is achieved without change. The people who make it are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who are willing to learn from every experience, make the necessary adjustments, and keep moving forward stronger than before. Learning is a continuous part of the journey. Every step you take teaches you something, whether it is a success or a failure. Sometimes you learn what works, and sometimes you learn what does not. Either way, you are gaining knowledge, skills, and experience that you did not have before. But to truly learn, you have to be open. You have to drop the ego and accept that you do not know everything. You have to be willing to listen to feedback, to observe your own patterns, and to reflect on both your wins and your mistakes. The people who grow the most are not those who pretend to know it all, but those who are curious enough to ask questions and humble enough to admit when they are wrong. Once you begin to learn, you have to be willing to adjust. Sticking rigidly to a plan that is not working is not dedication, it is stubbornness. Adjustment is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of wisdom. It means you are paying attention to the process, you are recognizing what needs to change, and you are taking action to improve. Maybe your strategy needs tweaking, maybe your mindset needs shifting, or maybe your environment needs changing. Whatever it is, adjusting allows you to stay aligned with your vision while being flexible with your methods. Life will throw challenges your way and unexpected situations will arise, but your ability to pivot will keep you from getting stuck. Growth is the result of this cycle of learning and adjusting. Every time you try something new, every time you fail and get back up, every time you shift your approach, you are growing. Growth is not always obvious in the moment, but over time it becomes clear. You start handling problems differently, you gain confidence in your abilities, and you begin to see progress in areas that once felt impossible. Growth does not come from comfort, it comes from challenge. It is in the difficult moments when you are forced to adapt that you become better, sharper, and more capable. Another important part of growth is understanding that it is not always linear. There will be ups and downs, and sometimes you will feel like you are moving backwards. But even setbacks can be powerful teachers. They show you what you need to work on, they build resilience, and they remind you that the journey is just as important as the destination. Every step you take, even the painful ones, is shaping you into the person you need to become to live your dream. You should also surround yourself with people who challenge you to learn, adjust, and grow. Being around others who are committed to personal development will push you to do the same. They can offer insights, perspectives, and encouragement that help you stay on track. Growth is personal, but it is also influenced by your environment. Choose to be around those who inspire you to keep evolving. In the end, focusing on your dream is not just about having a fixed goal, it is about being committed to becoming the kind of person who can achieve that goal. That means learning from your journey, adjusting as needed, and growing through every experience. If you adopt this mindset, no failure will defeat you, no setback will stop you, and no challenge will break you. You will keep rising, keep improving, and keep moving forward until your dream becomes your reality. When you are pursuing a dream, one of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with believers. These are the people who see your potential, who encourage your growth, and who remind you of your purpose when you start to forget. They are not just cheerleaders who support you when things are going well, but anchors who keep you grounded and motivated when the road gets hard. No dream is achieved alone, and the people you choose to keep close will either lift you up or hold you back. That is why your environment and your relationships matter more than you might realize. Believers are those who understand the value of your vision, even if it is not fully clear yet. They do not mock your ambition, they do not minimize your goals, and they do not feed your doubts. Instead, they fuel your fire. They speak life into your dream when the world around you is full of noise, negativity, and fear. When you hit a wall or feel like giving up, they are the ones who say, "Keep going, you are closer than you think." They remind you that setbacks are temporary and that you are capable of more than you know. Having believers around you also gives you the space to be vulnerable. Pursuing a dream is not always full of confidence and certainty. There are days when you question everything, when fear creeps in, and when the pressure feels overwhelming. Being surrounded by people who believe in you creates a safe space where you can express your doubts without being judged. They help you process your emotions and refocus on your path. You do not have to pretend to be strong all the time because they see your strength even when you do not. The energy you surround yourself with is contagious. If you are constantly around people who are negative, who complain, who settle for less, and who fear change, you will start to internalize that mindset. On the other hand, if you are around people who are chasing their own dreams, who are passionate and driven, who speak positively, and who value growth, you will naturally begin to reflect those same qualities. Your environment shapes your perspective and your habits. That is why choosing the right people is not just a preference, it is a priority. Believers also hold you accountable. They do not let you make excuses or stay stuck in fear. They push you to show up, to stay consistent, and to keep growing. They celebrate your wins, but they also challenge you when you are slacking. They want to see you win, but more importantly, they want to see you become the best version of yourself. Their belief in you is not just emotional support, it is a call to action. It is also important to be a believer in return. Relationships are not one-sided. While it is important to be supported, it is just as important to support others. When you encourage others, when you believe in their dreams, when you show up for them, you create a cycle of positive energy and mutual growth. Being surrounded by believers is not just about receiving, it is about creating a community of people who uplift, inspire, and grow together. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from people who cannot see your vision. Not because you do not love them, but because their energy is not aligned with where you are going. This does not mean cutting people off with bitterness, it means protecting your dream with wisdom. You have limited time and energy, and you have to choose to invest it where it is valued and nurtured. In the end, your dream is too important to leave in the hands of doubt, fear, or negativity. Surrounding yourself with believers gives you the strength, the clarity, and the courage to keep moving forward. Their voices become part of your journey, part of your mindset, and part of your success. So seek out the ones who believe in you, who challenge you, who inspire you, and who walk beside you as you chase the life you were meant to live.